That's just the way you make me feel. 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 So good, so good, so fucking real. That's just the way you make me feel.
Welcome back, foodies. Happy New Year. I know it's been a while since you guys seen us, but you know, at the beginning of the year, we like to start off with some kind of cleanse, eat healthier. For this month, for ourselves personally, we had a goal of not to eat out. So today we're doing a cook at home meal. So Tajura has here for us to make kale soup.
Yeah, so kale soup is a hit at my home. I got this recipe from my mom. It's basically like a copycat of the Zuppa Toscana soup from Olive Garden, but my mama's is 10 times better. So it's a really quick meal. It's cool on a cold day, cold night, but me and my family, we eat it year round. So hope you guys enjoy it.
Let's get started.
So for the ingredients, I have Parmesan cheese, minced garlic, pepper, Tony seasoning, Cajun seasoning, garlic powder, which is like my favorite seasoning in the whole entire world, crushed red pepper flakes, and chicken broth and heavy whipping cream, kale, of course, and hot Italian sausage, but some alternatives because not everyone eats pork. They have turkey like Italian sausage that they sell at HEB, which is really good. It tastes almost the same. And they have regular Italian sausage. And then our potatoes, I use golden potatoes. I'm gonna cut these up. But yep, these are the ingredients. So we cut up some onions, or I cut up some onions, and I have some butter in the pot. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start sauteing these onions. And while I'm doing that, while the onions are cooking, I'm gonna start cutting up my potatoes. So the potatoes are the first thing you wanna cook because that's what takes the longest to cook, the potatoes. I'm trying to make sure I get all the onions up in there. Start cutting up my potatoes. For potatoes, you can put in however much you like. We love potatoes over here, so we kind of go overboard. And you just chop them up really however you want to.
So this is really Tajura's recipe, and if you know me, I'm the kind of person, let me know when the food is ready, but I'm gonna help out where I can, you know?
It'll work. This recipe is just so simple that anybody can cook it.
You really just throw everything in the pot and let it cook, let it do its thing. And this is the first step. We got the onions, potato, and butter. And now we're gonna season everything.
So you really can season to your liking. I'm just gonna go in with all the seasonings I listed and just, you know, season with love. You're literally just going to let that cook. Let the potatoes cook. They don't have to be fully cooked, but we want them to, you know, soften a little before we get to adding all of our other ingredients. So what I'm gonna do, I gave that a good mix, so I'm gonna turn the heat up a little bit and just let that cook. I'll come back and stir every few minutes or so. So here in a separate pot or in a pan, I'm just gonna go ahead and cook the Italian sausage. So sometimes what we do, or normally what we do, is we'll take this meat and we'll make little mini balls and drop it. But to kind of speed up the process, I'm just gonna go ahead and ground it. It really doesn't matter how you do this. And no need to season it because we're already adding seasoning in the soup. So, yep, just cook this. Okay, so our meat is pretty much brown. It does not have to be fully cooked because we're still cooking in this pot. And you can see our potatoes are cooked down a bit and our onions are cooked down. So now we're just adding the meat to the pot. So now I'm gonna go ahead and get my chicken broth. I usually get the low sodium. I guess this is all they had. If I bought it without the low sodium, it must be because this is all they had. But I usually use like 1.5 of these for the soup. It really just depends on how big of a pot you're cooking. But you want to add this and kind of let it get to a boil because, again, we're trying to cook those potatoes. So I'll probably let this cook for 5 to 10 minutes, let those potatoes soften. And then we're going to add our kale, and we're almost done, guys. Yay! So our potatoes have softened, and our broth is boiling. So now I'm gonna go in and add some kale. I usually add in most of this, so it may look like a lot, but just like greens, like collard greens or mustard greens, the kale will cook down. So just try to add in as much as possible. You can either even add in half, like this, and then I go in with my seasonings, season that on top. Don't be shy with the seasoning. Y'all want to taste that flavor. Yeah, sorry about the baby in the background.
Ow! Hey, don't throw it.
Cook down a bit before you add in the second half. Add the kale, season it up. Actually, kale really doesn't have any flavor. A lot of people don't like kale, but I freaking love kale.
It's good when it's seasoned well and cooked. I don't know about raw.
Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and add some of this chicken broth. Kind of help with it going down process. our last step, the heavy whipping cream. So there's really no measurements for this. I kind of just eyeball it. So pour in the cream and then mix it in. You just kind of want the broth to look white and creamy. I kind of like mine's like extra creamy. I don't know, but I'm a little heavy-handed with the cream. And then just mix that up. And then I'm gonna just add a little bit more pepper in here. Oh, also, when I added the broth, I just went back in and added some more seasoning and a little bit of butter into the broth or the soup. But yeah, the final step, and this is like my sister's favorite part, is the Parmesan cheese. Just sprinkle a little bit of Parmesan cheese up in there. And guys, this is it. This is all that is required for this soup, and it is so good. It's hearty. We serve it with breadsticks to dip in. But that's it. I'm probably gonna let this cook, keep the heat on while I cook my breadsticks. But yeah, the soup is pretty much done. We've plated our soup. Cooking and prep time, or prep and cooking time, was probably a total of 1 hour. So again, like I said, my dog back here. Like I said, this is a really quick meal. You know, on one of those cold days, rainy days, this is perfect.
Smells delicious.
To try. So, yeah. We are going in.
And I like to put my breadstick in this soup.
So let us know if you guys enjoyed this little cooking tutorial.
And
y'all
if you
would like
try
to
it.
see, yeah, and if you make it and how it turns out, and if you would like to see more videos like this.
I did it one time and it turned out great.
I forgot you cooked it on one.
Yeah.
Yeah, Vanessa just tried it a few weeks ago. See, my friends really love this soup.